Hello, hello, hello. I'm Reverend Sharon Renee, and welcome to this week's episode of Sunday Inspirations. Today's topic is faith, and it's like, what is faith exactly? What I know from my own experiences and what I see around people is that we don't have enough of it, but we also, I don't think we know how to utilize it and what faith means. And faith means to know without any doubt that good things will happen, or that we can have the ability to heal ourselves, to change our lives, to move forward, that we can live in love, peace, and whatever. And when I say whatever, I mean joy and enthusiasm and creative manifesting. But we don't have enough faith. And we'll talk about faith and we'll want it, but it's like, okay, I have faith that that can happen, but then we start telling everybody about why it can't happen. We start to doubt ourselves, like, okay, I can make that happen in my life. And we start to do it, and we might even share it with somebody, and we're excited about it, and they tell us, blah, 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 why it can't happen. And then we start to lose faith. And we do this up and down thing. So for faith to work, we have to believe in it strongly. But here's the thing with faith. You can have faith about healing, or that you will be able to change a certain financial situation. We can start to have faith, but then sometimes we think that that faith might mean that we have to do it all ourselves, right? So, which we have to have faith, but we also have to kind of listen to the intuition. So if a good example is that several years ago, I was having some diagnosis with some, feminine stuff, right? And I kept trying to work on it myself, and I worked on this for, 4 or 5 years. Nothing, it didn't do anything. It didn't change. So I had surgery. But I did have faith that this would get resolved, but I wasn't able to do it myself. Now, I didn't get hard on me. I was just like, whatever this is, I'm totally at the moment clueless of what to do, so I'm going to go out and seek help. Me doing that does not mean I lacked faith. It means that I was recognizing that whatever this was had gone too far in my life for me to fix it. And I kept talking about how horrible it was and how the discomfort and the pain and all of those things I was in. And at that point I could not talk about it because that's how I felt, right? So I went and I was able to, through surgery, take care of the problem. Yay me, right? But I could still be having the problem today if I have not trusted my intuition enough to go see a doctor, go do this. But and again, my faith is that this will be resolved, right? So sometimes things aren't just resolved through us. Now, I had another illness, a big one, that faith and prayer healed, and that was even a bigger deal than the other one. The other was an inconvenience that didn't feel so good, but through that big illness I was able to heal with faith and with prayer and meditation and changing my lifestyle, letting go and stopping things that didn't make me feel good or make me happy. So faith comes in a lot of different ways, but faith is also trusting into that intuition, trusting that the information you're being guided to do can lead you to being healed or the issues being resolved. But we also have to have faith in what we see and what we hear. And like if we're wanting to manifest something in our life, like you've struggled your whole life, you've tried to save money, you want a new house, and you know exactly what you want, you keep working really hard to have it happen, but you start to lag because, interest rates go up, the prices of houses go up, it doesn't seem like it can happen. No, you let go and you have faith and you say, thank you, God, for my new home. Thank you, God, for my healing. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to step into what I have. But faith is not a tangible thing. It's a feeling. It's an expectation. And it's not an expectation the results will be exactly like you want. It's an expectation that the universe will deliver, that you are taken care of. And where it talks about in the Bible, oh, you little faith, if you had the faith of a mustard seed, you could move a mountain. Well, the mustard seed, when we think of faith, we think of the little mustard seed, but that's not what Jesus was talking about. Jesus was talking about that where they were in that day and time, mustard would take over the crops. So you plant that little seed, or that little seed would spring off of another plant, and it would take over. It's kind of like in the South if you have kudzu. It just takes over everything. But that mustard seed's not saying, do you think I can grow? Do you think I can make it through the ground? Do you think? No, it just does what it does. Right? And that's what faith is we just have to have faith that all will be taken care of without having an expectation of specifically why, of specifically that it's up to me and I have to do it all by myself. It's trusting that intuition to guide us and to move us, because sometimes we can do it by ourselves and sometimes we need help from other resources. And so if you're being guided to do that, to go to another resource, to reach out, trust that you're not broken, right? Or that you're lacking faith. It means maybe put your faith into what's next and moving that forward. So here's to living in faith, living in joy, and we'll continue with this conversation later because there's a lot to faith, and faith needs to overcome fear. Have a beautiful day, and in faith, move forward towards your highest and your best. Namaste.